Okay, as I'm looking at number 84 here, it looks like the type of problem where we've got adjacent intervals here and we're going to have to use the additivity property. So the big interval we have here is from 1 to 7. So I'd probably just set this up quickly as saying, kind of in a shorthand right here, that the integral from 1 to 7 of this function, nobody's reading my work right here, guys, so I can be a little sloppy with this, would be equal to an integral that goes from 1 to, we're looking for an integral from 1 to 3 right here, guys. So an integral from 1 to 3, then added to an integral from 3 to 7, assuming that's all the same function here in all three cases. So we are trying to find the value of this integral right here, albeit with a 2 in front of that. So I'll come back to that in a minute. This is the unknown that I'm looking for. Okay, so what's going on here, guys? They've told you right here that the integral from 1 to 7 of this function, f of x dx, is equal to 42. So I can just put that there. I'm going to leave this unknown integral here from 1 to 3 of, I guess, okay, f of x taken with respect to x. And then we're going to add this integral from 7 to 3. Now, they kind of, sort of, a little bit tell you that value here, except the limits are backwards, which means the real value of this integral here, guys, is the opposite of negative 32, which is positive 32. I'll subtract that 32 on both sides and get 10, which then is going to equal the integral from 1 to 3 of f of x dx. Now, I would not be surprised, if 10 is one of the 5 choices right here. But they actually wanted to know here, guys, what is, here we go, the integral right there with a 2 crammed in front of it. Well, remember, guys, the integral from 1 to 3 of 2 f of x dx is the same thing as grabbing that 2 and pulling it out in front. 2 times the integral from 1 to 3 of f of x dx. And we now know right here, guys, that the value of that integral from 1 to 3 is 10. So this answer is going to be 2 times 10, which is going to be 20. So our correct answer, I believe, for number 84 is D.